Welcome back to Behind the Bolt with Nick Hardwick. It is time for the Fuddruckers one-on-one with Chargers wide receiver Dontrelle Inman. Dontrelle, how was Christmas?
It was good. It was good.
Yeah?
Had a wonderful time with the family. It was just an amazing time to rest and just enjoy the moment.
All right, it's very apropos that you are sitting in the chair for the last Behind the Bolt episode of the season because you seem to be the last Charger wide receiver available. And last week against the Raiders, you were the last safety available. You're the last man standing. Talk me through that whole deal.
It was amazing. At halftime, we were scrambling for safeties, scrambling for bodies, and scrambling for receivers as well. So coach was like, Coach Pags was just pacing across the sideline. I was like, Pags, if you need me, I played safety back in my day.
Nice. It was just a volunteer thing?
Yeah, so I still got a little bit left in me, I think. So it was awesome.
And did he coach you up in the middle of all that?
Milo coached me up a little bit.
He did?
Yeah, he told me the calls, what was going on, and what I needed to do. I was like, okay, that's simple.
When's the last time you played safety?
High school. I think it was high school. In the actual game, it was high school.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
In overtime, you thought you were going to get a pick.
I did. I screamed down there like I was getting the pick and ended up hitting the guy and didn't make the tackle, but it was fun.
Dude was bobbling the ball. You see it in the air.
You know receivers, they want the ball all the time. So
see ball, get ball.
See ball, get ball, yeah.
All right, I know as a former center, when I would do walkthroughs, I would horse around and go out to tackle and play tackle, and I'm 6 feet away. And I look at the defense, and it's almost unrecognizable. You haven't played safety since high school. Flipping that field around, is it disorienting?
Not really. It really isn't, because at receiver you see what the defense is doing all the time, every play. So it's kind of like I was in the position to where, it was kind of like a mirror. So I knew like kind of what was going on based off what I see every day.
And you could look at formations and recognize what was going on? Yeah. Did they keep the calls simple for you?
They did. They told me on the sideline what it was going to be, what I needed to do, what my drop needed to be, where I needed to line up. So it was pretty cool.
Oh, man. Are you going to sit on a few defensive meetings, maybe do some walkthroughs with
I would like to.
Yeah?
It would be cool.
Just in case?
Just in case, just to see.
And see what's going on out there? Mm-hmm. All right, this team's been through a lot this year. What's been the toughest part?
The toughest part is battling injuries and not winning. Everybody at this profession has that attitude where they want to win. And it's hard, losing those nail biters. I was speaking with somebody earlier about, we could easily have 9 wins right now. And that's the toughest part, just battling that.
Speaking of tough and injuries, you were taken to the hospital a couple weeks ago after a hit in the Denver Broncos game. Mm-hmm. How scary was that?
Hey, it was so scary, man. I closed my eyes and I just said a quick prayer, just to ask God to just, lay his hands on me, make sure everything is okay. And it was. It wasn't as bad as it looked, I was carted off, but I was blessed to just be able to play in 2 weeks,
How'd your wife handle this one?
She was in India. So
while this was going down?
This was going
what was
down.
she doing there?
She was she works for George Washington University.
No kidding.
So yeah, the MBA program. So she recruits for them, and she couldn't see the game, but she could hear the game. So she was just listening.
Does she follow when she's overseas?
Yeah, she follows when she's overseas, and she was listening. She was panicking, and she called Arthur, the player personnel guy, and she hopped on a plane. I think 4 or 5 hours later, and was here the next day.
Right, that's like a 24-hour plane flight back.
Yeah, it's like 12 hours, like 7 hours to somewhere, and then another 8 or 9 somewhere else.
Oh, mercy.
So, yeah.
What about your son? Is he old enough to know what's going on or to be scared? Or?
No, he actually knows when I catch the ball or if I score. He loves to say, touchdown, daddy, go 1-5.
That's it?
That's his line, yeah.
Oh, it was a long road for you to get to the NFL. You went through the Canadian Football League, playing for the Argos up in Toronto. Does that give you a different respect for the NFL and the opportunity to play in the league?
Not really. Even when I was in the CFL in college, and I just took it as I gotta go out there and compete no matter what situation I was in. It definitely makes me fight even harder because I know that nothing's given to me. I have to earn everything, no matter, I've been here 2 years, and every day I go out there, I still have the mindset that I have to earn this. It's not a right, it's not a privilege. So that's what I've taken from my journey.
You seem to have earned the trust and respect of Phillip Rivers. Have you done enough this year to cement yourself on a roster, whether here or somewhere else next year, to know you're going to have a spot?
I try not to think about it, because when you start thinking about the things that you can't control, that's when bad things start to happen. So
Sure.
I just like to just approach each day, and each season is, if whatever happens, happens. If I put my best foot forward, good things are going to come.
Can you guys beat Denver?
Oh, absolutely.
What do you have to do?
Well, we have to capitalize on the things that the number one defense gives us. We can't make mistakes, and we just got to play as a team all three phases. And once we do that, then it's hands down, we can compete with any team in this league.
What's the secondary like?
Oh, they're phenomenal. They got the two, Pro Bowl guys on the outside and the safeties flying around. So it's fun, competition. It's like when you play a game and somebody's great across from you want to go out there and compete every play.
You elevate your game?
You elevate your game, yeah, absolutely.